here is the brisket I will be cooking today. Beef brisket. There's the other side. This is called the fat cap. Fat side, whatever, same thing. Yes, this is in my sink. I cleaned my sink. Also, I have a small kitchen, little counter space. I have a galley kitchen, and not a lot of counter space. So this is what we're doing. It's clean. I cleaned it, and I'll clean it after. So with that situation, this situation is a little too much for you to handle. Here's what I suggest you do: keep watching. Smash all them buttons, the like, the share, comment, and maybe I'll get monetized and make enough money on these apps to get a new kitchen. Oh, and subscribe. Follow. You're going to want a really sharp knife. Are any of these sharp enough? Let's find out. Start with the blue one, just because it's the prettiest and it matches my bathing suit. I'm that person, by the way. Okay, so cut this plastic off of here. It's not very exciting to watch, so I'm not gonna move the camera for that. The knife is doing good so far. So I decided to put some gloves on. So I will not be touching my phone from this point on. So if there's a lot of editing, you'll notice that is why. So what I'm doing now, I have to lift this thing up to show y'all. I didn't think this through, obviously. You want to leave some of the fat on your brisket because it gives it flavor, you know? And we're all about the flavor over here. But if you see some hard fat like this, you're going to want to remove that, according to my research. You do your own research. I'm just speaking on what I found in my studies, okay? So we're going to see how sharp this knife is, and we're going to remove, hopefully, this piece of hard fat without removing any fingers. You want to keep those intact, okay? Knife's doing good. She's doing good. Let's see where we're at. Here, I'll show you. My nose would start running right now. Can't make this shit up over here, y'all. Piece of hard fat. But according to my research, also, you should not throw this away. Save this. I have a tin foil over here. Look at that. Look at that. Never mind that. Save this. You're going to make some tallow with that. I learned all these new words. I'm going to be a professional before you know it over here with this. Okay, now I'm going to leave the rest of the fat on that on the top. The top looks pretty lean. Now you're going to want to flip your brisket and cut the fat down on that side. Some people will say you don't need to trim any of the fat off. I'm not one of those people. I like lean meats, you know? So, but leave some of it on. They say to cut it down to like 1/4 of an inch. I'm not good with measurements either. So I'm going to eyeball it. And I'm just going to do what I think looks good, and then I'm going to show you when I'm done. So I'm either going to speed this up or cut this out. Oh, didn't lose a finger. I'm going to show you what I'm left with. This may or may not be a good thing. Okay, so here is the trimmed brisket. This is the top side. I think went a little knife happy on that side. That was the fat side, fat layer side. So, and there's some debate on cooking fat side up, fat side down. In this case, I don't really think it's going to matter. So, we don't need to have that argument. So I'm going to move this over onto my stove where the lighting is a lot worse. So bear with me. I'm going to lay down some parchment paper. So let me go do that and wash these hands and put a new pair of gloves on. Hold on. Okay, I'm trying my best with this lighting in this kitchen and the room that I have to work with. Okay, so I got my brisket cut down to like a prettier shape. I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to offend the brisket. I have to do that. I've got it shaped up how I like it. I think it looks good. But some people say use a binder. Some people say it's okay if you don't because the meat is wet. I kind of agree with that. I feel like the rub is going to stick to the meat with or without a binder. But I'm going to use one just because, I mean, why not? It's not, I'm not going to use mustard because I don't want mustard on a brisket. I just don't. This is my favorite barbecue sauce. So I'm going to use just a thin layer of that. Just really thin. If you want to bind your meat, bind it. I've got just a little thin layer. I'm just going to do this with my left hand. Just going to rub it with my left hand and layer on a generous. Be very generous with your seasonings. I'm just going to use this because it sounded good. It's salt, pepper, and paprika. It is by Pit Boss Lone Star beef and brisket rub. It's just what I'm going to do. So I'm going to. Now you can see. Oh, you can see that little corner. You want to completely cover it. I heard somebody say, I don't want to see any meat showing through. So, I mean, that's what I'm going to do. Now, it's totally up to you, too. I mean, it's called a rub, but I heard somebody else say, don't rub your meat, pat your meat. You handle your meat however you want to handle your meat. I'm going to pat this just because I feel like rubbing it might bring some off. And we want seasonings to stay on there. Now this is the not the fat side, the top. Can you tell I know this? Is it that obvious? Okay, so now I'm going to flip her over and do the other side. I'm not making a mess at all. Oh! Yeah, making a mess. You know what? I'm just going to have to touch everything and then wipe everything down. Get in there. I seen somebody else say massage your meat. Let's do that on this side. I don't know, we'll try all the things because I don't really know what I'm going to prefer. I just can't. I don't have it in me to touch, to get that sauce all over this. So I'm going to completely cover that. And then I'm going to just pat it in there. My hands are clean. I don't know why I feel like I can't touch the meat with my bare hands. I should have done the fat side first because I'm going to cook this fat side down. What's left of it. Because again, I went in with that knife, honey. Let me tell you. But also, I got something to show you. Something else to show you. Oh, she's pretty. She's so pretty. Them sides. You know what? I feel like it's gonna stick better because I got some sauce on this glove. I'm just gonna looks good to me. Let's get rid of these gloves and hopefully. I just think garlic sounds good on this, so I'm gonna put some of this on the top only because the other seasoning has salt in it too. I don't want to overdo it with the salt, but I'm gonna give it a good coating. Okay. Before anybody says anything about how messy this appears to be, I feel like everybody has this mess when they're doing stuff like this. They just don't show you. But I mean, I'm cleaning my mess. Let's clean the mess. Okay, so there she is. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute, just like I did the sink, and I've already wiped that down after the cleaning product had its moment there. Now this is the fat that I cut off. In the process, there was some meat that came with it. We are not wasting that. Look at that. We're going to cook that up. We're going to cook it up. We ain't wasting that. That's what came off in order to make that shape. And I feel like it would have cooked the same either way. But I don't know. I see everybody trimming it to that shape. So that's just what we're doing because this is my first time doing this. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, honestly, I'm taking several videos that I've watched and kind of combining the things that I liked from said videos. Okay, y'all. It's time. Let's take her outside. I got a piece of parchment paper and one of my stone pans. And my probe. This one came with the Pit Boss.